She was 8 months pregnant, asleep in her bed, in a locked house. And she woke up to a shadow standing over her. She never heard him come in. She never heard the door. She never heard anything. Just darkness. And then pain. Her husband found her after midnight, blood covering her face, her scalp split open, the lamp from her bedside table used as the weapon. She couldn't remember a single detail. She gave birth 2 days later. The baby survived, and the man who did it had moved to the next house, to the next family, to the next locked door that somehow, impossibly, he had already walked through. This is the story of the Axman of New Orleans, and I promise you, you have never heard anything like this. New Orleans, 1918. Hot, loud, alive. Jazz bleeding out of every corner of the French Quarter. A city that never sleeps, except it was about to learn what fear felt like at 3 in the morning. He had a method, not a weapon, a method. He would find a home, spend hours at the back door with a chisel, removing a single panel, just one, piece by piece, in total silence, in total darkness, while everyone inside breathed and slept and had no idea. He never forced anything, never kicked anything in, never broke a window, because he didn't need to. He was patient in a way that should terrify you. And once he was inside, he didn't bring an axe. He looked for yours. From your shed, from your kitchen, from inside your own home. He used what belonged to you to destroy you. And then he vanished. No footprints, no fingerprints, no witnesses. Like he evaporated into the Louisiana dark. The first victims were Joseph and Catherine Maggio, Italian grocers, immigrants, hard workers, sleeping above their store on a warm May night. The killer cut their throats with a straight razor, then hit them with their own axe. Joseph died minutes after his brothers found him. Catherine, her throat was cut so deeply, her head was nearly severed from her shoulders. And written in chalk on the pavement outside, "Mrs. Maggio will sit up tonight." The police came. The police searched. They found the panel. They found nothing else. Then it happened again. Then again. Then, on the night of March 10th, 1919, Charles Cortimiglia woke up to a massive man in his house, swinging an axe. He fought. He actually fought back. And he lost. Both Charles and his wife Rosie suffered skull fractures. But here is the detail that broke the city. Rosie was holding their daughter when he swung the axe. 2 years old. Mary Cortimiglia, killed with a single blow to the back of her neck while her mother held her. When the neighbor rushed in, Rosie was standing in the doorway, blood pouring from her skull, holding her daughter's body, who was already gone. The city of New Orleans did not sleep after that. Men sat up all night with loaded shotguns. Children were kept in the center of the house. People nailed their back door panels shut. But the police had nothing. No name, no face, no description, except large, dark, a hat. And then he sent a letter. March 13th, 1919. The Times-Picayune newspaper. The letter was dated, "From Hell." Esteemed mortal, they have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even as the ether which surrounds your earth. I am not a human being. I am a spirit, a fell demon from the hottest hell. He said the police amused him. He said he could take thousands of lives whenever he chose. He said he was in a close relationship with the angel of death. And then he made a deal. On Tuesday night, March 19th, at exactly 12:15 in the morning, he would pass over the city, and every home not playing jazz would be next. He signed it, the Axman. 6 days. The city had 6 days. The night, 3:50 to 4:35. March 19th, 1919. St. Joseph's Day, the exact holiday of the Italian immigrant community he had been hunting. He picked that night on purpose, and New Orleans obeyed him. Every single dance hall in the city packed beyond capacity. Houses that had never owned instruments borrowed them from neighbors. People who had never touched a piano in their lives sat at one that night. Not from joy, not from celebration, from pure animal terror. The whole city was performing for an audience it couldn't see, desperately, frantically playing, hoping whatever was out there could hear the music and would decide they weren't worth it. One man, a composer named Joseph de Villa, sat at his piano alone in his locked house that night, writing a song from scratch, while he waited to find out if he would survive until morning. He finished it at 2 a.m. 12:15 came. Nothing. No screams, no panels removed, no bodies found before sunrise. He had kept his word. A serial killer had set a condition. An entire city had obeyed, and he honored it. Which means this was never chaos. This was never random. This was a man or something pretending to be one, in complete, total control. The attacks continued. More families, more doors, more silence. And then, October 1919, one final victim, a grocer named Mike Pepitone, murdered in his bed while his wife slept in the next room. She woke up to her husband's screams. She ran in. She saw him, and she saw the Axman fleeing. The only person who ever saw him clearly and lived. She described a large man, dark clothes, an axe in one hand, gone before anyone could move. And after that night, he was never heard from again. No final letter, no explanation, no body, no confession, no arrest. He simply stopped. A suspect emerged years later, a man who matched the description, who was seen near the scenes. Before he could be questioned, Pepitone's widow shot him dead in broad daylight in Los Angeles. She was convicted, then released. And just like that, the only answer the city ever had was gone. The case remains officially unsolved, the identity unknown, the motive unknown, the method of entry in some homes unknown. More than 100 years later, that song de Villa wrote, the one finished at 2 a.m. on March 19th, 1919, still exists. It's called The Mysterious Axeman's Jazz. Don't scare me, Papa. It sounds cheerful, almost playful, like something you dance to. But if you know what it is, if you know it was written by a man sitting alone in a locked house, listening for footsteps, praying the music was loud enough, it sounds like something else entirely. It sounds like a man at the edge of everything he knows, begging the darkness to pass him by.